What's up, everyone? It's Kaz from Parabot, and today I'm going to make another updated video for the new year on how to compile scripts. Hopefully this will be the last time I have to do it, but people are still having confusion and I can understand why, and I want to clear out the air and make this tutorial understanding and the best that I possibly can. So that being said, let's get started. So simply, to get started with compiling your first script on Parabot, you will need a thing called JDK, which is also known as Java Development Kit. So it's very simple to get that. Just Google Java Development Kit or simply Google JDK. And you'll pop up with this. And all you have to do is click the first link I give you. And you'll see JDK right down here. And the current release right now is version 8, update 25. So click download. Click accept and pick your version, whether it's Linux, Mac, I don't know what Solaris is, or Windows. Since mine is Windows, I will click Windows. Now that we have JDK, we will now download the necessary jar files that we will need to compile scripts. So you can find these by going to download, and there's providers. And as far as I know, they added a thing for providers in a recent update. Maybe not, maybe it hasn't been implemented here, but there is a new one. So let's click download Parabot, click keep, and for the sake of the video, we're going to make a file called Parabot compile. So make a file on your home page or on your desktop, and simply drag and drop it in your compile folder. Rename it to Parabot without the end part. Makes things simpler, more simple, I should say. Then we go to Parabot. I'll have the links for these in the description and in the original post. So right here, docs. All right. So for most servers, iCov, Parabot, or PK Honor, and Ultimate, I think not Battlescape though. I think Battlescape has its own API, but for most, all you're gonna want is the minified folder. So what's this take you? The documents. Download, click here. So just click keep. Now that you have that, very simple. Drag and drop once again. You do not have to rename it, but since mine says 5 at the end, I don't want to cause any confusion. I'm going to delete that because I downloaded it 6 times so far. As you can see, I made this tutorial too many times, and I've remade it more than once. Just want to make sure it's perfect, make sure it explains everything thoroughly and well enough so everyone understands what to do. So now we have the API and the Parabot client jars. We have both these jars, and these are the two key components that we need to compile scripts, also with our JDK. So we have our JDK, we have our Parabot, we have our Parabot minified folder or jar file. Now, to compile, we first need a source. A source is just a raw script that people release. And let's go to woodcutting. I think we need to be more proactive on like the inactive scripts and whatnot, so I'll probably get to that after this video is out there. Let me just make sure this looks like it's the newer. Yeah, it does. Alright, so we'll try it out. Alright, so when he releases a script, you can see at the top it says package. When it says package, you want to copy everything but the package part, because it will cause errors. So all you have to do is copy everything that's in here and copy. Now we want to go back to our Parabot compile folder, new text document. I'm going to open with normal text document or notepad because that's what people usually have. So open that, paste. So now you have all this stuff, and doesn't really mean anything right now. It's a bunch of words. But if you find the public class, this part, and then it says after that extend script. What's between that is what you want to name your file. So click copy, save as, then main, because that's it, then type .java at the end. Alright, so it's main.java, and then save as type, click all files. So as you can see, these pop up, which should happen, and just simply click save. Now, as you can see, it says type Java file. That's the type. We don't need this anymore. Now that we have this, now we have everything that we need. So now, to compile, we go to tinyurl.com/compile for para, which will be in the original post and in the description. So if you can't find that, all it is just it'll just link you or take you to this web page. Completely safe, nothing's wrong here, it's all good. So for source files, we want to go to our Parabot compile file folder. Click main, because that's our source. Our source is the Java file. Source main.java. Now there's two jars. For the first one, go to here and click all files, and the Parabot. So simply click Parabot, click open, and then as you can see, it put Parabot.jar there. Oof. Talking is hard. Alright, so for jar file number 2, reopen, do the same thing as before, but put the API instead. So now we have the source file and the two jar files that we need to correctly compile our scripts. Now, don't mess with anything down here until you get to JDK version. So back to our previous thing. So if you just got JDK, oops, it will say it'll be version 8 update 25. So that's just saying click 1.8. But if you already have it, a way to check what you have is just open a folder, go to Windows C, Program Files, Java file, and then you'll have all your JDKs in here. And if you don't have any in here, then you need to go download it. So as you can see, I have both. I have an older version and a newer version. I could uninstall the older version, but I just haven't got to it. So for the sake of the video, I'm going to do JDK 8, and we'll click compile. As you can see, no errors, warnings, or other output produced. So that means all good. No need to worry. Now what we would want to click is all classes.zip if you're on Windows, and all classes.tar if you're on I think Linux. Someone told me this. It was Linux, I think. So just for this video, I'm gonna click zip, and it'll download the all classes. And as you can see, alright, as you can see, it has all the class files that you're going to need. So go back to documents, go to your Parabot folder, documents Parabot, and then you'll see this. You won't have these two top things, but you'll have everything else. Go to scripts and go to compiled, and just name it woodcutter. Yay. Alright, now you can just, for organizational purposes, just name a file or folder and then drag all the class files into the folder. And now it's all in here. And now if I run Parabot, you'll notice that, oops, fix my keyboard. You'll notice that it's not on there. And the reason for that, which is a common error for a lot of people, you'll have, the scripts that you added to your BDN, but you won't have the scripts or the script that you just spent, X amount of time getting. So to do that, you need to make a batch file, or bat file, some of you call. Make another text document. Open with your notepad, whatever one you have, and then define this. Define what you need is just simply go to forums. Hopefully you already have this open if you're watching this video. and I'll also put this in the description as well. Go to tutorials under development, and you'll see how to compile scripts tutorial number 1. So here is this. You'll see this. Load local is what you want to have. So you just paste that code in, do save as, Run.bat, and then as you did that's a source folder, you do all files and click save. So now you have run. Here, let me rename it. You can name it anything you want. I'm putting run local new text document source. You don't need the source anymore. You can delete it. Delete that. So you have these 3 files at the very end. So all I have to do now is click run, click run, log in, and PK honor. Now I'm gonna have a lot of scripts because I develop scripts, but you'll see that the one by toothpick is here, and you successfully compiled a script. Now other people have asked me, what if I have more than the amount that this lets me have? So let me go back here. As you can see, it only allows you to have 5 source files. So I'm like, alright, I did some digging, and I've figured out a way to do that without using Eclipse, which is what most developers use, but not everyone wants to download Eclipse and do all that work. So this is a part 2 version for people that want to compile more than 5 sources. So let me find one real quick, one that has more than 5, and we will get started. Now, this is the part 2 version of this tutorial, is how to do it with more than 5 source files. You can do this with any amount of source files, but this is easier, or a little bit more complicated in my opinion. So if you can do the other way that I showed before, I would suggest that. Maybe this way is easier for you because at first it more or less is. Then use that way. But this is how if you have more than 5 source folder files, you could do it. There's other ways, but first you have to just download this file. Well, I found Minimal's Cannonballs, the all-in-one cannonball maker for PK Honor that he released on Christmas, or a couple days after Christmas. And I found it. That's like one of the only ones that I could see that had more than 5 source files. So that being said, let's let me explain the rest. So you download the zip, just click down there. It'll give you the zip file. Let me delete everything that's in here. Then all you have to do is open the source. All of this drop in here. So it's all in here now. All of the files, source files. Simply exit out, and we need to make a folder called deps. I'll delete mine and show it and do it again. Call it DPS deps, and open that. And from before, you want to drag, make copies of these 2 and put them in your deps folder. So name, instead of this, just call it Parabot Mini. What? Name this Parabot Mini. That was a weird glitch. Anyways, call that Parabot. Keep the 1 and then the minified folders, name it Parabot Mini. And you have to make a compile a compiler with bat. So do that. It's just how we made the run thing. Go here, open. Let me open with Notepad. Open with Notepad. And this code right here, this little bit of it, will be in the description and in the newest tutorial. So you have all of this. And this goes back to where your what version of JDK you have. So computer, program files, Java, and this is JDK. See, I have 7.1.05. You can also I'll update it. Simply change it 1.8.25, and that's the only thing you really have to adjust in here. Click save, or save as Compilier.bat again. You can name anything you want and just click all files. Now that you have that, go back to where we were before, and we have the compiler folder. It's a little, or not folder, file, Windows batch file. So now all you have to do is click, just open it, and it will compile the script, all the Java files that are in here. And it'll say press any key to continue. So if we go to our compiled folder, we'll have all of this. Now, as before, we can do a minimal canons. Drag all that, put it in there, and all nice and neat. Now we can go back to our Parabot compile, run, log in once more. I think I typed my password wrong. PK honor. And under smithing, you'll see minimal canons. And there you go. So that's two ways of compiling and creating scripts. Not creating scripts, just compiling scripts, creating them into class files so you can run them and use them on said server. So if you have any more questions or need anything else, please let me know. Message me. Add my Skype causes _Parabot. If you like this or find this useful, let me know. And once again, thanks for watching. I'm sorry it's took a little longer, but I want to make it thorough as possible. So, that being said, an hour later, thank you very much for watching, and please have a good day.